So we've seen that the training bonus on the Staff of the Skies is kind of just an add-on. So now let's talk about attacking, and I will start with attacking towns. I am Siege, so usually I'm wearing the Forged Dagger, and as you can see I equip both with the right gems already and the rune to be ready to have a look. And let's have a look at the stats first. The Forged Dagger, I mean, we all know this one. It gives offense 163, 120, health 19, group offense during attack plus 18, total defense 46.5, and then total defense 30. If we compare this to the Staff of the Skies, we got a lot more stats. Troop defense when capturing fortress, we can ignore that for towns. So we got troop offense when attacking towns 381, pretty nice. Total offense 127, so that adds up. Total health 157, troop offense against melee 50, so not always active depending on the troop type of the enemy. Warrior number in onslaught, we'll talk about this later. Troop offense against T4 104%, that's actually big to break those T4 walls. Siege offense 63, total defense 46.5, siege defense 31, and health 31. So I did regroup all these stats by defense, offense, and health. And in this chart you can see that the Staff of the Skies for defense is inferior to the Forged Dagger. It has less defense, 109.5 against 209.5, but the offense is a lot higher, 539 in total against 138, and even health for the Staff of the Skies is higher than the Forged Dagger. So it should, when attacking towns, perform quite a bit better than the Forged Dagger. So I'm happy to have a target. It's actually Saber, so thank you for letting me attack you, even though it's not gonna hurt much. I'm using T1. But let's boost up real quick, make it as realistic as possible. So I'm using big boosts because we know that the higher the total pool of offense, the less the impact is of additional offense, for example, from the staff, because the share will just get smaller. And have a look at what I'm wearing. So I'm wearing my siege gear with my Valkyrie skin. That's what I usually wear to attack towns. And on the shaman side, I'll be wearing Einar with the standard gear and the Forged Dagger first. And after that, I'll be hitting with the Staff of the Skies. I will also take the rep real quick, as said, because of the pool. And let's onslaught him. We need to keep in mind, he has T4 and he is melee. So the effect of the Staff of the Skies will amplify in this particular scenario, because from the Staff of the Skies, let's have a look. I'll show it again real quick. We got troop offense against T4. This is gonna trigger in this case. And we have troop offense against melee. This is gonna trigger as well. So we have 154 additional % versus a common scenario, I'd say. If the target has siege, for example, and just T1. So we hit with the dagger first and try to get two similar reports. This one here is 65. I hit with the same amount of troops and I'm hitting again. Let's have a look at both reports. 38688, 688. It is stable, so this is nice. His defense is solid. Now I'm going to switch the Staff of the Skies and I'm very curious to see what happens. So we go with 75 again. Do 2 hits to be sure it's stable. Let's have a look at both reports again. This was the first one and I said it's stable. 3.8 million, 182 million influence gone. And the next hit, it is so much stronger. 5.1 million and 245 million influence gone. And the difference between those two is big, really. If I'm comparing the difference 3.8 million versus 5.106 million, that is a difference of 1.3 million. And in percentage, that is 34.4% increase in offense. But again, as said, we have the ideal scenario here where we are against T4 and melee. So the result is for the majority of the time smaller, but 34.4 is big. Let's test it against another target with 65 2 times to be sure that stable. Switch to the staff and do 2 hits again before the boosts run out. There we are. Let's have a look. We are again against T4. And we have 2 stable hits here. And then we switch to the Staff of the Skies and have 2 stable hits again. Really nice. So let's compare those. So with the first hit we had 9.332 million and with the Staff of the Skies 11.639 million. That is in total a difference of 2.3 million, which equals to 24.7% more with Staff of the Skies. But we need to consider again that also in this scenario we are up against T4. And against T4 we have 104% additional offense. But we don't have the 50% against melee in this case. So it's still pretty strong, almost 25% more versus standard gear, which is really nice. Next thing I want to have a look at is my own march size. So I'll be setting with the Forged Dagger again. And we can see that I can send 69.729 million. Now let's switch to the Staff of the Skies. Has actually a smaller march size, and that is due to the fact that if we have a look again, the Staff of the Skies is not offering, it has the warrior number in onslaught, but that is the total onslaught size. It doesn't have any additional boosts for my own march, but the Forged Dagger has. So number of warriors on a march is plus 17. So in the end, the difference between those two, we had 69.721 for the dagger, and Staff of the Skies 69.5. That's a difference of 224,000, and that's only 0.3%, so actually not that big of a deal. Let's switch back to the Forged Dagger and have a look at the next super interesting thing, which is warrior number in onslaught. We know it's bigger, but by how much? Let's see. I will set a standard onslaught and end up having 156,180,000. Let's cancel this and get the Staff of the Skies and set again. And now we have 171.798 million. That is a lot bigger. Actually 15.6 million bigger. That's a 10% increase in total onslaught size. And that is actually quite big. Quite significant, especially as it's only one item.